Hey, beautiful people. I know I have promised you guys this recipe for a very long time. I finally got the time to do it. How you all doing? Happy New Year once again. So in this tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make a very silky buttercream using margarine. We don't have to use a mixer. We don't need a measuring scale. With just your margarine, your icing, sugar, and others, you'll be able to make a very silky buttercream that you can use for all your piping, all your cake covering, and all that. You can even use it to write because the consistency is very stable, right? And it dries off really on time after after frosting your cake with it. So for this recipe, we are going to be needing 1 kg icing sugar, right? That is what I am sieving here. Please, is it sieving or sifting? Kindly let me know in the comment section. Right. So for your buttercream, if you want to ensure that your buttercream is lump free and really silky, you need to sieve your icing sugar. Right. That way you won't have lumps inside your buttercream. Right. So you can alternatively use butter instead of the margarine I'm using on this recipe. But this Taruna margarine I'm using is a blend of butter and margarine. If you have it in your location, kindly use it. But if you don't have it, use any other buttercream that you want to use. But the challenge is that it may require more water, depending on the brand of margarine you're using, right? This Taruna is very soft, so we don't use a lot of water. So, like I said, we're not going to be using a scale. We're not going to be using a scale just in case. This is just for bakers that don't have a scale, right? So you can use a tape like this. Margarine is 1 kg, and I need just 500 grams from it. So I use a measuring tape and then just measured it and cut it into two halves, right? But if you have a scale, please kindly measure 500 grams. If your margarine is that one that comes in 250 grams, please, you know that you will need two. But if you're using the bucket margarine or the carton and all that, you would need a scale to measure, right? But if you're using a sachet like this, you need to just cut it off like this. And if you're using those sachet that comes in 250 grams, you know that you'll be needing two. So this all depends on the brand of margarine you are using. But this recipe is simplified because you don't need a mixer, you don't need a measuring scale if you want to try this method, right? But if you have them, good. But this is just for bakers that don't have such, maybe for beginners who don't have those little tools and equipment yet. So you can use this method. It works perfectly okay. So like I said, we're not going to be using a mixer. I'm going to be mixing it with my hand. Here, what I have here is just a bowl, the margarine that I measured inside, and then I'm using my rolling pin. So you can use your rolling pin to make your buttercream just like this, just in case you don't have a scale, you don't have to beat yourself, or you don't have a mixer, right? If you have a hand mixer, that is perfect. Please kindly go ahead and use it. But in the case that you do not have, please don't beat yourself. Just use whatever you have. You can even use a whisk for this recipe, right? You can use a whisk to mix everything together. It doesn't have to be a rolling pin like I'm using here. So after mixing your butter for a while, let's say 5 to 10 minutes, just allow it come together. Then you start adding your sifted um icing sugar, just like so. Um, do it batch by batch so that your hand will not you not get tired of using it. I usually use my big mixer or the other ones I have for buttercream. But because of this tutorial, I had to use my hand so that you know that even if you don't have a mixer, right, you can make your buttercream silky for your piping and all that. You're going to be seeing how I use it to pipe differently with different methods of piping with different nozzles, right? So it's something you can do at home, please. is do it yourself. If you know you're going to be trying this recipe, please kindly let me know in the comments and let us know where you're watching us from. We're sending you a hug in our very next video. Thank you to all my subscribers, those in Africa, in Nigeria, those in fact, in the seven continents of the world. I truly appreciate your presence here. I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much. So you see at this point that you're adding everything together. You see that I've not even added water yet and it's all coming together, right? That is the beauty of this recipe. I have other ones. For example, the buttercream I used to crumb coat. This is not the recipe I use for that, right? I have different methods. But if you want your recipes to also your buttercream to dry very fast, there is also another method. So here, after adding the icing sugar, right, or the confectioner sugar, depends on the area and where you're watching from. In Nigeria, we call it icing sugar. So I added 2 tablespoons of water, and then this is milk emulsion flavor. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of the milk emulsion flavor, and then I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of creamy vanilla because I want this to be very tasty. I'm using it to frost the cake, right? But if you don't want to use these particular flavors, you can actually use any flavor of your choice. So your flavors must not be these particular ones that I use. But if you want your buttercream to be very creamy and tasty, please ensure you add either supreme milk or milk emulsion to it, to any other flavors you're adding. Right, that will make it really nice and sweet. This thing is very sweet. So if you're the type that does not like a very sweet buttercream, please, you may want to not to try it, right? Because it's very sugary, it's very sweet, because it's basically icing sugar and butter, right? So here you see that everything has come together, right? It's very silky, it's very nice. So after mixing like that, this recipe is really very simple. 10 to 15, 20 minutes, you're done, right? It's not something that you cream and cream and cream and cream like that. But it also depends on the brand of butter you are using. Some butters are very hard, or margarine rather. They are very hard. So you need to mix for a while before it will all come together. But Aruna butter is very soft, like I said earlier. And then once you mix it like that, it all comes together. So you see, it is very nice. And then you see the consistency is not falling off the spatula easily like that. This is the consistency you need to pipe to frost your cakes, right? It shouldn't be runnier than that or harder than that for this particular recipe. So like I said, I'm going to be piping, and then this piping tip is 4B, right? So you're going to be seeing different design that you can create with 4B piping tip. So just use a piping bag, insert your piping tip into it and cut it, and then of course pour in your buttercream, right? And then start piping. It's as simple as that. The recipe is very simple. Posted it on my Facebook and a lot of people have been waiting for it, but I've not had time to really edit the video all this way. Today is Sunday, right? And it's late, after almost to 10 p.m. That's when I'm editing this video, and I'm going to be posting it today so that the people who have been waiting for it since last week can see it, right? So this is for B piping tip, like I said, and these are the few designs that you can do with them here. You can actually do more. So if you need more designs, you can just check it online and see how you can. But here I'm just doing this few with this piping tip, right? So if you know what the names of these designs are that I'm doing, please kindly let me know in the comment section. I do more of fondant cakes than buttercream, so I don't really know the names of this piping that I'm doing here. So you can see the reason why you need to avoid air in your buttercream. You see that so that it will not stop If you look at the last one I did, it almost stopped and there was air inside. That's why the lips popped like that. So when you're putting your your buttercream, ensure there is no air. So this is 1M. 1M is actually the most popular piping tip that I know, and is the most used piping tip that I have in my studio. Right, you can use it to create different designs. Everything I did here with this 4B, a 1M tip can do it. So these tips are sold in baking shops. You can get them there, right? They are very affordable. I think I bought them for 500 or 1,000 naira if you're in Nigeria, right? In a baking shop, but they could be cheaper elsewhere, right? I would advise, if you want to buy a piping tip, you want to learn how to pipe, you should start with 1M. Like I said earlier, it's a very popular piping tip you can use to create multiple designs. I could not even exhaust all the designs here. You can check them online and know how you do it and how you would improve on the ones I have already done here. But try as much as possible to practice these ones on your board, just like so, before you'll be piping them on the actual cake. That way, your piping will be very neat, just like you can see in this video. These are very neat, and then the buttercream is very silky, so your piping will look really, really, really beautiful, right? So these are just a few that I shared here. You can make with 1M tip. There are other designs that you can make with them. Just research and learn more. Most importantly, just ensure that you try it out. Try it out on a board. Keep it. This buttercream can stay for a very long time. Alright, so this is a 1cm 2C pipe pin tip. You remember I used a 4B, I used 1M, and now I'm using 4C. There are hundreds of, tens of designs of piping tips. Right, so when you get the box of it, just try with everyone that you come across and see the one that works perfectly for you. But like I said, if you don't want to buy the box of the piping tip, just get a 1M tip. With that, you can create as many designs as you want. So this is saying a huge shout out to all my subscribers, to the old ones and to the new ones. I sincerely appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for learning. Thank you for sending reviews. I get reviews a lot on my social media, especially Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, of people who say that my recipes and my tutorials are very helpful to their business, and then they've improved, right? Thank you so much. I do not take your presence here for granted. I sincerely appreciate you. I just hope you will try this recipe out and drop your comment in the comment sections, just like you always do. I thank you and I love you. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week ahead of you. Bye.